Annyeonghaseyo. Hi everyone, this is Ariel, one half of Soju for two, and this is sort of a weekly recap for you. I think I'm recapping 2 weeks here. I've been crazy busy with the end of the semester, and next week I leave for the U.S., so I've just been a little bit insane right now. So I wanted to tell you guys about what's been going on. So next Friday I leave for the U.S., and I'll be home for 2 weeks. My plan when I'm home is just basically to see everyone. I'm going to go to New York for at least one day, but I'll probably be home in Pennsylvania for the majority of the time, just chilling with my sister and the baby and my family. I'm going to try to make a lot of videos while I'm there of just sort of everyday life, stuff that I've been missing out on. But the other thing is this week and next week I have summer camp. And so summer camp is part of teaching here through Epic. What happens is every school's kind of different, but for my school I teach alone. This week I've taught 22 kids, which is bigger than most camps. Most of my friends have camps that are like 4 kids or something, and they teach with co-teachers. So I teach alone, and I teach about 22 kids. And I sort of made my own textbook. My textbook's like 40 pages, I think, and just do different activities, including like making an eco bag, an eco bag. I say eco bag now because it's how they say it in Korea. Usually I would say eco bag. And making like food, and I had a dance class for 2 hours today. So it is a really fun sort of thing to get to do with my kids. I would say what I love about this is that I really get to feel more like a homeroom teacher, and even because I'm a subject teacher, I don't get to have that bond with the kids that home teachers do. So it is fun, like the kids are with me all day, basically 4 hours of just like constant teacher, 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 and they're so cute and they're really funny. So I really enjoy camp. And so today was my last day with my first set of kids, and they were really crazily well behaved. And I just want to talk about the fact that like Korean children are so good at helping. Like if we have snack time, and I have, if I'm like, who wants to volunteer to get it? Like everyone raised their hands, first of all, which would never happen in an American classroom. So they go and get the snacks, and they bring them back, and then they immediately just start just distributing them, and like I don't have to do anything with that stuff. These kids are so well trained to just like be on top of things like that. So it makes me very, very happy, and they really make my life easy, and I can just sort of have fun with them and do different games. I would say the one game my kids really loved, I mean they went crazy for it, was English Jenga, which is basically just Jenga. And I wrote English words on the pieces, and basically what they had to do when they pulled the word out, they had to like name what it was. Like for example, if it was like biking, they had to say this is a hobby, or if it said travel, they had to name a place they wanted to travel, or if it said country, they had to name a country. They just had to say something or do something with each piece that was just related to our lessons. And for some reason, this game was so successful, and it was just so simple because they love Jenga to begin with. And then what I had them do at the end, instead of stacking the Jenga pieces back on the top, like most of the time, I guess you could either play it either way, where you just keep the pieces or you stack them back on as you play. Instead of having them stack, though, I had them keep the pieces and then try to make funny sentences out of the words that they had left. So the kids loved this. So just remember, if you're doing camps, if you're teaching here, if you're coming here, it's so simple to make children happy. And the simplest games, just like, not a lot of effort on my part, but big payoff. And I think, like, in thinking retrospect, if I had to do it again, like, I think that was one of my, like, last minute activities. I'm like, oh, I'll just put this in the thing, and in case I need some filler time. And it ended up being, like, their favorite activity. Also, randomly, there is an Animaniacs, if you know that like cartoon. It was from when I was, maybe before I was born, I don't know, but I used to watch it when I was a little kid. Animaniacs cartoon where they like name a lot of the countries in the world, or maybe they try to name all of them, but definitely countries have changed since they made this. But they name all the countries, and I had my kids try to write down all of them. We probably watched this video 10 times, and every time I went to put it on again, the kids were like, yes, teacher, and they all start writing down. Like, for some reason, they all were so competitive about writing them down, and they had to show me all the ones they wrote, and I gave them a sticker if they got a certain number. So really simple activity, but it went over like amazingly well with my kids. So other things I wanted to tell you guys about was my school trip. At the end of every semester, the school does some sort of event. If you, the big one in the wintertime, we all go together and stay overnight for a couple days. But this one, we just did a day trip. And we went to a mountain in Gangwon province, and we also went to the Korea National Arboretum, which is basically a big park that has like a zoo on it, which is interesting to me. But I need to mention before anything else that, okay, it is monsoon season here, so it could rain a lot of the time. Right now it's like sunny and beautiful outside, but it's really hot. But the humidity is outrageous. And when we went to the trip, and I'll put a video up of like seeing stuff that we did, but when we were there, I mean, I was being eaten alive by bugs. And it was so humid that like just dripping in sweat. And we had to go to the top of this mountain to get to where they have these tigers. So we like trek up this mountain, we're all dying. And we get up there and the tigers are like asleep. Like it was kind of like funny and silly because it was like we were working so hard up this mountain and the tiger was asleep. Like there was deer and I was laughing. I'm like, I told my coach, I'm like, where I live back home, like there were just deer in the backyard. And then one of my friends just posted on Facebook a picture of a deer in her backyard, like, and we like trekked up a mountain to see deer. But it was really nice just to be with my coworkers. But the bugs were crazy. The bugs were huge, and then they were just like just like flying onto my legs. And things the back, they all love my backpack for some reason. So I just had tons of bugs in my backpack. It was just crazy, a crazy experience. But it was really fun to get to go out with my coworkers. And I would say I've had like 35 bingsu in the past 2 weeks. My coworkers, everyone brings them. Today to my summer camp, the last day, my co-teacher who wasn't teaching with me, she just came in to bring me bingsu. She came in to work on her vacation because she wanted to give me bingsu because she knew I would be working hard by myself. So sweet. So I have a great co-teacher, and she also brought me a microphone because if you can tell, I'm losing my voice a little bit, which again happens when like I was doing dance class, like I'm trying to work out while talking really loudly, and I think I had 65 kids in my dance class today, and I'm the only one dancing with them and teaching them, so it's like a level of bringing your voice up that kind of is hard. So definitely my co-teacher like immediately was like, oh, let me go get my microphone so you don't have to do that for next week, and she's so great. So I'm very, very lucky. So yeah, I mean, this is basically probably my last chatting with you video until I get back from the U.S., or maybe I'll probably post one while I'm in the U.S. But yeah, definitely I'm going to be posting lots and lots of videos for you guys. Check out all my videos today of my final reviews and watching nows. I think I posted 3. I have a couple more that I'm going to add. I'm going to add a watching now for I Hear Your Voice. And also for Cyrano Love Agency, I'll do a final review of that soon. So definitely check those out. And thanks for watching as always. Please subscribe. Bye guys.